I'm Dr. Biaggi, and this is your Musicology Smackdown. There are a couple of things I remember about junior high. One, practicing kissing the back of my hand without actually realizing that I was eventually supposed to use those skills to try and kiss a boy. And two, practicing kissing the back of my hand to the sweet, sweet vocal harmonies of Boyz II Men. This week, the most successful male vocal group of all time is back with a covers album called Love. Love marks the return of the foursome after nearly a decade of obscurity, at least in the US. Apparently, Boyz II Men had been spending the past several years touring throughout Europe, where Google searches for the group originally turned up links to NAMBLA, before the ensemble pointed out that the second word in their name was two, and not and. They also made quite the impression in Japan, where their latest album is being released under the more linguistically sensitive title, Rove. Rove, or Love, consists of songs by artists that the group believes no one would expect them to cover. And as several pending lawsuits would indicate, the artists probably didn't expect that Boyz II Men would cover them either. The album includes Bonnie Raitt's Can't Make You Love Me, Chicago's If You Leave Me Now, Sam Cooke's Cupid, and the Beatles' In My Life, among others. Prior to this release, in a recent bid to reclaim their former popularity, the group appeared as contestants on the music-themed game show Don't Forget the Lyrics, where they won $500,000, which they gave to charity. Although unknown to American audiences, they later appeared on the Japanese game show Hijiki's Funhouse, where they were asked to sit in a cage, pantless, while lemurs gnawed at their testicles. The prize? More lemurs. Clearly, the new album couldn't have come out soon enough. In their heyday, however, Boyz II Men were so big that they were known as a 1990s version of the Temptations. The 1990s version of the Temptations, however, was actually still the Temptations, who continued to perform despite the fact that all of their original members are either dead or in prison. Similarly known for their clean-cut look, smooth vocal harmonies, and melismatic emotive singing, Boyz II Men eventually beat out the Temptations to become the most successful R&B male vocal group of all time, recording #1 hits like I'll Make Love to You and One Sweet Day. Due to the group's popularity, several record producers tried to develop acts in the same style, only with white male singers instead of black ones, a trend that reached its homoerotic climax by the end of the 1990s, with groups such as the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I'd like to believe that if Boyz II Men had ever given thought to the ramifications of their musical influence on these atrocious follow-up acts, they would have destroyed all of their recordings and razed each and every radio station and record label that distributed their music to the ground. But maybe that's just me. Well, maybe with their latest album, appropriately titled Love, I'll finally be inspired to stop kissing the back of my hand and switch to Boyz. So this is Dr. Biaggi telling you to turn it up.